I got a very urgent feeling to make this message, and I'm not even sure if I'm gonna pick that many cards, if any. I feel like you're starting to see yourself in a new light. I feel like you have reached a deeper understanding about yourself. And it leads to a lot of misunderstandings with other people. You have come to accept yourself, but somehow it leads to feeling less accepted among others. You would think that you would become, or you would feel more accepted by other people. Instead, it's the opposite. And there's such a frustration that is tied to this. But then there's another part of you that's like, I don't care, because I know who I am. I know I'm worthy. I know I accept myself as I am. And so what if people don't accept me? So what if they don't get me? So there's this double feeling, because I also get the sense that you might feel more lonely because of this. So I've literally been thinking about this the past many days. You've become more anchored in who you are in yourself. I know that we're all on a journey and we never reach a state of perfection, but you're more anchored than you've ever been in your life. You know who you are, you know what you stand for, you know what your worth is. And for some reason it disturbs a lot of people around you. It's uncomfortable for them, though they won't admit that it's uncomfortable for them. Instead, they might just misunderstand you. They won't really see you as you see yourself, which I feel like has been something you have craved for your entire life, to be seen as who you are, which is what you have reached at this point. You have finally come to a place where you feel so strong. I've been seeing this image of this giant tree with a big crown and big branches, lots of leaves, so abundant, with like this huge old tree that's been growing through the ground with these huge roots reaching far down into the earth. So strong. This majestic feeling, literally like an elephant as well. So majestic, so strong, so anchored in yourself. Like, it's literally what I have been feeling these past few days. That feeling of an anchor, a strength that you are stepping into, you've stepped into. And it's like people haven't seen the steps that it took to reach this point of knowing yourself, of feeling that strength that you have. It's not been an easy journey. And it's not because you want people to necessarily understand your strength or understand your worth, because you know your worth. But there's something about, there's a part of you that still feels neglected or abandoned by people because they misunderstand who you are, or when you share difficult things, they're not really able to meet you. They're not really able to give you any empathy, compassion, acceptance. They're not really able to be there with you. And I think it's because it's a rare thing to be as anchored as you are. It's a rare thing to know who you are without this grandiose sense of self, without this I'm better, or I'm like this pride without humanity. That's not you. Like, you've been through it. Like, you've been through really difficult things. And that strength and that anchor in yourself, it doesn't just come out of nowhere. It's not a pride thing, and it's not an ego thing. It's just a grounding in who you are. And it's so conflicting that you both feel more at home than ever. You feel that you love and accept yourself more than ever. You know who you are more than ever. And yet you feel lonelier than ever. It's almost like you've come to a new realization. You've come to a new awakening in your life that is causing a different type of pain. That awakening, that ability to see things that you haven't seen before, to see that strength you are, to feel yourself anchored in who you are. It's like your eyes have been wiped clean and you can see yourself clearly now. And that means that you could also see when others don't see you. You can see when they don't accept you. Even though you know it is not a reflection of you, it's still something that affects you, because you're just a human being that wants that connection with others. You want to be understood. You want to be seen. You know that you might not be able to be 100% understood by anyone, like everyone. You might be a little bit understood, or 80% understood by someone, or whatever, but it still feels like that understanding of who you are, that I'm seeing someone holding a mirror up to you, like mirroring you back to you. That is not something that you experience in your everyday life. Maybe you experience it through these channeled messages. Maybe that's why they're so popular these days. But there is such a lack of mirroring in the world. There's such a lack of understanding, a lack of acceptance, a lack of compassion, a lack of love in reality. So even though you love yourself more than ever, you know yourself more than ever, you see yourself more than ever, it's also as if you have awoken to the reality that, okay, people actually are pretty disconnected from their own self-acceptance, from their own self-love. It's almost like stepping into a room, is what I'm seeing, where you expected the room to be filled with people saying, welcome into this space of self-love, of self-acceptance, welcome home. But instead, the room is empty. It's just you and that mirror. You can mirror yourself, you can see yourself, you can accept yourself and love yourself. And maybe it's just also a realization that, you are the only one who can truly know yourself and truly feel yourself, because everyone else will always have their own perspective, their own way of seeing things, and their own attitude towards emotions or towards life or towards being human. And so their ideas will, maybe that's also what's happening, their ideas will also be projected onto you. You are becoming a more clear image, a more clear mirror. Like what I said before, you're wiping your eyes clean, but you're also wiping that mirror clean. That means that people project onto you. The cleaner you are, the more dirt can be thrown at you, the more people can have these different ideas about you that is not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of them. But you just become the being that, reflects themselves back to them, if that makes sense. You just become a mirror of them. And so that's also, I think, why it leads to so much misunderstanding in you. Like, they feel mirrored, they feel seen, they can project things onto you, they can live out things through you, but you are left alone. You're left to love yourself because no one else is able to be that mirror for you where you can see yourself. So I really needed to come up and say this message, because I just felt that I've never had that intense urgency about a message before, where I just had to go record it now because someone needs to hear it. And If you resonated with this, then I would love to know in the comments below, because I feel like I'm not the only one experiencing this. And when you feel something so strongly, it's oftentimes an indicator that it's because it's happening on a collective plan. So many are feeling this, which is a consolation, I think, to remind yourself that you're not the only one feeling this way, and that it's okay to have this conflicting feeling of both feeling your strength and your anchor in yourself, but also feeling disappointed that not more people are able to meet you in that space, meet you in that room, and that it can be really, really lonely there. You have yourself, but damn, it's lonely.